but we get the full para. Oh, that's massive. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Berman. Today, we are hitting the VGC Regulation F ranked ladder with this Flygon, Kilowattrel, Earthquake Discharge team. Before we begin, if you wouldn't mind liking, commenting, subscribing, helping this video reach more people, helping the channel grow. We just hit the 10K mark. I'm still so very grateful for everybody who helped us get there. Click the buttons on the way out of this video, and we'll be at 50K by no time. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is typically when I stream. That is tonight, if you're watching this the day that it premieres. I'd love to see you there. Make sure you hit the notification bell. I battle against the chat, and if you want to battle against me, gotta hit the notification bell because you gotta know and be reminded by youtube.com when I'm going live, so you can be there and be one of the first 12 people, and then you'll be on the list. But only the first 12, and it goes away in like 30 seconds, which is very cool, but also very difficult, I imagine. Small plug also, I did release a video yesterday detailing my experience with Palworld. Ooh, divisive game right there. And I felt divided while playing it. I, saw all the things that they, nabbed from this game and many of the games that I love. And also I had a great time playing it. So very nuanced takes, but I tried very hard to make a video. It took me all weekend to edit and write and record and all that stuff. I tried very hard to get my takes across there in a way that's also hopefully humorous. So if you haven't seen that video, do go click on it. Even if Palworld's not your thing, I don't think that I'm like overly positive or negative about it. I really would love to know, because if you're just like a fan of me as a content creator, it's the kind of video that I'd love to make more of. So yeah, just would love to know your takes. The comments have been very supportive so far and validating, so thank you if you did watch it already. Let's talk about this team very quickly. Flygon, Kilowattrel. You can discharge, you can earthquake, and neither ally takes any damage. Toadscroll, also immune to discharge and doesn't care too much about earthquake. Araquanid, while wide guarding, doesn't care about discharge or earthquake. Gardevoir, really just there to imprison trick rooms. I'm not sure if we're going to get it today. It really just depends on how much trick room we come up against. And it has telepathy, so it can't get hit by discharge or earthquake. Incineroar can get hit by discharge and earthquake. However, if it is a grass type, which is its Tera, then it cares a little bit less about both. I don't know if we'll get a Dragon Dance off today. I'd love to, because oftentimes there's bigger fish to fry than Flygon, so Flygon hitting Dragon Dance can result in flipping the tides of an entire game. And I'm also very excited about this team because not only are we using Flygon, which is one of my favorite dragon types aesthetically, I've never really used Toadscroll, and it's my first time using Araquanid here in the Indigo Disc DLC era. So I'm interested to see how it does today, and I hope you are too. Again, hit the buttons before we begin, and without any further ado, let's hop into some battles here, shall we? Oh, that's a fun team. We got Gouging Fire and Walking Wave. We got Sableye. We got the Milotic as well. Like, there's many... Hold on, there's like 4 types on my opponent's team. They got Water, they got Dragon. They got more Water. They got more Dragon. They got Fire. They got more Fire. They got Ghost. They got more Ghost. It's really interesting. What they don't got is anything immune to discharge. So that feels like a winner. And let's rock with Toadscroll at first. We're gonna bring the Flygon in the back. We'll rock with Toadscroll first. And then I think I really like Araquanid here for the wide guard potential if they do end up getting the Typhlosion activated. Like, Incin should probably come. But if they have 2 water types and I can justify not bringing it and I can bring the bug instead, I'm going to try and do that. Araquanid actually, I think, is super underrated at the moment. There's a lot of stuff it can do. And, like, right now, I'm not worried about clicking Liquidation into the intake because I can't get burned. Sure, Ogerpon is an issue with Water Absorb, but I have bug moves to deal super effective damage into that thing if I need. I'm just going to discharge out the gate here. Toad Scroll doesn't have a ton to say. And if I Tera to take a fire move better, then I just end up taking a discharge to the face. So I'm going to swap Harden to Flygon. We're going to pray that Flygon doesn't just get crushed here. But if they're trying to fake out right now or T-Wave, well, they're not going to T-Wave because nothing can get T-Wave. If they're just trying to fake out, then Kilowattwil doesn't care, and Flygon just came in. There's the discharge. Can we get some paras, please? Ooh, that's the one I wanted. That is the one I wanted. And there's a Dragon Dance. That's all right. Okay. I'm just going to T-dub and click the EQ here. Yep. I'm wondering what else Sableye has. If it's like Encore, then right now, I don't think it wants to Encore anything. So I think that is a very good move to have right there. If we get crushed by a, Dragon move. But we get the full para. Oh, that's massive. I'm going to Air Cutter. That'll do a little more damage to the Gouging Fire and should take out the Sableye. I think I just Protect for a turn. With Flygon. If I get Encored into Tailwind, that'll suck, but I'll just be shocked if they do it, because it would leave Flygon open to attack, yeah. We got that increased crit chance on the Gouging Fire there. Not that it's going to do a ton. We're protecting the Dragon Claw. That feels really, really nice. And now these two Pokemon are still sitting at relatively full health against another pair of victims. I discharge EQ here. I don't need to set up or anything fancy like that. They Burning Bulwark. Can I para both Paradoxes? That would be cool. You are Paradoxes after all. Oh man, I'd be throwing controllers through the wall right now. Shout out to my opponent if you aren't. Lots of damage. Dragon Pulse will probably just drop Flygon. Yeah. Flygon's here for a good time, not a long time. Lost some HP there. I'd rather go into Toedscruel right now, just because I can click discharges next to Toedscruel. I can do it again next to Araquanid, just not as easily. That said, we are just going to Air Cutter and Leaf Storm into the Walking Wake slot. Paralyzed, I think Toedscruel actually will outspeed it. They are going for a Hail Mary defensive Tera here. And they'll resist it. They will resist these moves. Do they have enough HP, though? It's going to be tight. They might. They might pull off the defensive Tera here. We go next. We hit the Leaf Storm. We connect. And we do pick up the KO there. What's nice about Toadscroll, too, is that I feel like you only really ever need to go for one Leaf Storm at a time. It's not like Toadscroll's here to deal a bunch of damage. It's more of a utility Pokemon that can hit something hard with one Leaf Storm. And I haven't had situations, I mean, this actually might be a situation, where I want to, like, reset Toadscroll. But, like, right now I have Discharge here, and I can also Spore it if my Lodic wants to get a little spicy. They're just going to cancel. That makes sense. It would have been hard to bring it back from 3. Yeah, and honestly, my opponent was running kind of a weird team, and I did get lucky with some Discharge Teras. However, I'm happy with how I played around the Quash, and I'm happy that we were able to feature just that Discharge Earthquake combo. I didn't invent it, obviously. I'm just putting it to use with Flygon today. Good game to my opponent. Going up against Galma here. Galma doesn't have any way to resist Discharge, and only one of those Pokemon doesn't get hit by Earthquake. Very interesting. That feels good to me, honestly, and it looks like that their ways to deal with Flygon are going to be Ice Spinner and Moonblast, both of which I resist with my Tera. So I am going to probably need to Tera here, but I think that I can lead with this and maybe get some mileage out of that. Incin might be a must-bring here. Yeah, I think it's Incin and Araquanid this time. Araquanid, the more, like, it really is a good, I'm just falling in love with the little spider. Just for matchups. You know, I'm looking at this right now, I'm like, yeah, we have things for Incineroar, for Latias, we have things for Chien-Pao, we have things for Ogerpon, all super effective options. And we one-shot a Fluttermane with a Liquidation because of the way that its ability works. Metagross's Stab, we resist. Like, there's just a lot that a water bug type can do offensively. It's cool. It's gonna get one shot by a Moonblast. Watch. Okay. So I can protect for one turn with Flygon. I think that's the play while I discharge. Maybe I should probably should have tailwinded there, but I don't want to. I can't Tera Fire and oh no, what are you? Is this just Dazzling Gleam to destroy my life? Yeah, might be. If it is, we do have Wide Guard on the Araquanid to maybe try and pull it back. It's just a Helping Hand, Tera Fairy, Dazzling Gleam, Mayor pal. We outspeed. So let's get some full paras here. What do we say? Gang. No paras at all. That's fine. It's fine. Thank you for playing, Kilowattrel. We loved having you. Really good stuff. I'm going to take a second. I'm going to make my opponent think that I'm freaking out because I didn't plan on anything. There's no possible way they could have a Tera Fairy Fluttermane with a spread move. And now that they're convinced, we can go into Araquanid. I think I'm going to Dragon Dance for one turn, actually. Do I do that? Part of me is like, I don't know if EQ itself KOs in one turn, but at +1, I might. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of on the back foot. I'm feeling like, yeah, there's the Helping Hand. We will get one play here where I'm able to outspeed or where I'm able to catch them with no damage received. And I think what we're going to have to do here is Araquanid's going to have to take an EQ, because on this next play, this next turn, I need to capitalize on... Yeah. Let's go for the EQ. I need to kill Fluttermane here. If I don't, I don't. And that is maybe it. But... Yeah, I think Fluttermane needs to... Sorry, Araquanid needs to take a move here. An Earthquake, specifically. They try to intimidate me, and here's where the clear amulet is absolutely massive. Araquanid takes an attack drop. That sucks. But you'll see that Araquanid was hurt the least there in all of that damage. They likely go for like a cudgel into the Flygon. I would imagine that they're probably panicking on that one. Yep. But they can't kill me. There's the Leech Life. Doing an amount of damage. Alright. I'm going to protect with Flygon for a turn. There's nothing they can do to mess with my speed tiers here. And we'll go right into Incineroar. My guess is they fake out Ivy Cudgel again. And I'd rather reset the attack stat on the Araquanid here. We can also bring in Incineroar, who has no way of stopping itself from being hit by an Earthquake and obviously doesn't like it. But we're at ranges now where Breaking Swipe is a valid option. They're never going to go for an Ivy Cudgel into the Araquanid slot. If anything, they go for a Horn Leech, so this is a safe. This is safe. I feel good about it. Ooh, they faked out Araquanid there. Intriguing. Okay. I need Breaking Swipe to kill, so I'm going to bank on it doing so. I think I'm going to just U-turn as well. Yeah. I think there's a solid shot that they just go hard back into Fluttermane here. They're going to Spiky Shield. I don't think I die to the Spiky Shield recoil, though I also don't appreciate it. Like another Spiky Shield recoil might kill Flygon. Ooh, I'm also not going to get to U-turn here. Because now Incin's also going to take the Spiky Shield damage. Doesn't feel great. Fluttermane returns here. I kind of thought it was too early to bring Fluttermane back out, but... Let's Earthquake. You know, we do have the Tera Grass on the Incineroar. So that might be my best way of taking an Earthquake. Alternatively, I could swap into Araquanid hard. And we still have the Citrus. Actually, that's the play. I think I just Earthquake and swap into Araquanid hard. Just the more I look at that Fluttermane health bar, the more I'm like, can Earthquake kill? We know it wasn't speed boosting, so part of me is like, is there HP investment? No! Oh, that was not foreseen in the stars. Killing the Fluttermane, but not the Ogerpon there? Oh, we're golden. What a switch. I think that they... Either they forgot about that I Dragon Danced at one point, or... They thought Fluttermane had a chance of outspeeding there. This Pokemon's annoying, for sure. I'm going to protect for 1 turn. While I simply Leech Life the Genpao. And they already Terra'd, so there's no weird, like, Ghost Tera coming out here or something. I could tell, yeah, they always had the option of trying to Spiky Shield to catch me on the recoil there. And I have to protect for the Sucker Punch opportunity. That's a lot of damage, dude. That feels important. Because how do they even kill Araquanid now? I'm going to Dragon Dance again. As I simply Leech Life again. I can't get Sucker Punched if I'm Dragon Dancing. And if they want to Ivy Cudgel and Sucker Punch into me, they are leaving Araquanid alone again. And at this point, Flygon feels like a target. And Araquanid feels like my endgame. They Sucker Punch Araquanid. Very interesting. That's the play. If my opponent wants to bring this back. But there's the Cudgel into the target, as I previously stated. And while the Ogerpon can Spiky Shield for 1 turn, it can't spread move and kill both Araquanid and Incin now. To further discourage them, I'll Intimidate them. To further discourage them, I'll Tera Grass just to show it. And my guess is that we just see a battle canceled. There it is. There was some commonly seen Pokemon on that team. I'm not too mad about taking that one home. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Good game to my opponent. Whew. Somebody rang the doorbell. Now I only have a minute. No, it's Registeel. Oh, God. All right. Yeah, no, it's we're fine. We're fine. And we have Landorus, which is the Pokemon that is immune to both Discharge and Earthquake. Cool. Let's leave with these two. We'll bring them in the back. And I'll also bring Araquanid. It's gonna be hard with the Registeel, I'm gonna be honest with you. Didn't come up against... Test. My microphone's falling out. There's a lot going on all of a sudden. I am not prepared for this battle. Registeel didn't come up against any in practice, which means I was not reminded how hard it can wall stuff. And therefore convinced I should be running something else. Let me discharge here, and I will attempt to spore the Lando slot. It's fine. We just see an opposing Tailwind. That's lots on the Torn. That's lots on the Torn. Enough that Air Cutter might finish it off, so I think I am going to click the Air Cutter just to get damage on the Lando, and we will Spore the Landorus again. I don't know that we'll get it off now. I think that the jig is kind of up, and they're going to go for like a Bleak Wind Sludge Bomb combo. Probably just take out Toad Scroll. Toad Scroll is pretty specially beefy. Oh, he lived it. Oh, he lived it. No, he didn't. That's crazy. Okay, well done, Toadsy. Didn't kill the Torn with Discharge, so that feels not great. But, you know, we take what we can get here. Let's Tailwind. Now I feel like I can do something to offset the Tailwind, whatever. I'm going to try and Leaf Storm into the Landorus just to get more damage. I'm anticipating just dying to a Bleak Wind, but you know what Bleak Wind likes to do. It likes to occasionally miss. Just missed the wrong Pokemon there. That's okay. That's okay. Kilowattrel will likely now outspeed the Torn. I gotta be so careful just because, I mean, dear God, if I lose Kilowattrel, I have truly nothing for the Registeel, even though Kilowattrel's like not a great answer to it. Honestly, yeah, like losing Toadscroll is probably pretty bad. I probably needed to Spore that thing. Huh. Spore and knockoff would have been helpful. I'm totally thinking it through. Let's go Araquanid and just go for a Breaking Swipe. Lando's going to wake up any day now. I feel like I'm squandering my Spore turns. Doesn't feel like a good matchup for me, all in all. But we're going to keep going. Torn's going to switch out and give us Ogie. Ogerpon. Yeah, I'll hit that thing with a Breaking Swipe. Why not? Lando's going to wake up first, though. Just get a Protect off. Understood. I do not hate the attack drop there, and the offset Tailwind turns are showing up in a big way now. I think I might Leech Life into this spot, weirdly, because if they just Spiky Shield, then that does nothing. I know that it's not going to do a ton to the Landorus, but if they follow me, then at least we're dealing damage to something with Araquanid here. It's kind of my thought. Yeah, let's try that. They do simply Spiky Shield, so I could have a Liquidationed, in fact. That would have been cooler. But I was a little coward. We're dealing more damage to the Lando. We're dropping the wrong stat. But yeah, Araquanid takes that really well. Okay. Araquanid did not move before the Landorus, though, so that's concerning. Let's Leech Life the Ogerpon now. I can get health back. And I might Dragon Dance with Flygon. Let's do it. They're not attacking Flygon right now. If I can get some juice here. There's the Registeel. Gotta get boosted while I'm here. Gotta boost up while the opportunity is in front of me. Sludge Bomb will not kill Araquanid there. In fact, it'll pop my Citrus. Another Sludge Bomb still might not kill Araquanid. It pops me back into the green. I think that actually came into play there. I want to hit the Araquanid really bad, and I want to hit the Registeel with Araquanid really bad. Let's liquidate into this spot and just Dragon Dance again, I think. I'm concerned. I don't want to get too greedy here, but like I just don't want... I need to be hitting things with Araquanid still, and I don't want to kill Araquanid before it's able to get an attack off. Like, we lived that Sludge Bomb we wouldn't have if the Earthquake had hit. So that sucks too. Oh, boy. Okay, what do you want from me, man? It's going to be tough. Let's Leech Life. I think I have to protect here. I can't die to a Body Press. However, if they Iron Defense, then that's just even more of an ability for them to break through. Spiky Shield, you know what? I think that might kill... now I want Araquanid to die. Oh, no. It is slipping away. In Team Preview, I looked at that thing and said, you know what? I'd hate to see that. That's the exact reason. We did die to the Spiky Shield recoil, so now we can at least hit it with some special moves now. But we only have one shot at this, depending on what the Ogerpon goes for. Let's Discharge. Let's EQ. There's no reason why I would fire Tera. Let's get a Para on the Registeel. Let's get a full Para on the Registeel. And let's one-shot the Ogerpon. While I'm making genie wishes, why not just go for it? And my opponent, actually, their Wi-Fi goes out, and I win by default. No, that wouldn't be good YouTube content. Let's see. What do I need to happen here to get the best engagement? Ooh, follow me. That's actually fine. Yeah, cool. I mean, Body Press is still really going to hurt. Let's get a crit here on the Registeel. It wasn't a crit. It did a lot of damage, though. More than I was expecting. It's probably a specially defensive Registeel. Feels bad. I knew I was really only going to have one shot at that. We got to get the full Para here. We got to get the Para, and we got to get the full Para. Is really the reality of this situation. Nope. Nope. I should use Registeel. Because right now it's just something that I really hate. It's like the Hisuian Gudra of previous regulations. Like, anybody who uses it, it's not like a overly used Pokemon, right? So it's not the kind of thing that you're like prepping for and you need to be prepared for because it's like Pal Knight or, you know, something like that. Or like early regulation Dozotatsu. It's just Registeel. But when I come up against it, so often these teams that I'm making to try to make one Pokemon work have to forgo having a way to deal with something. And in a lot of cases, that's a bulky steel type, you know? I can't point to like specific scenarios, but like, yeah, it's like, okay, do I have to bring a Chi-Yu on every team just in case I run against a Registeel? Like, such is the life of a weird team builder. A little peek into the Candyland nightmare I live in. Good games, good games to my opponent. Hey, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you want to use this team for yourself, rental codes on screen, Pokebase full team breakdown in the description below. I had a lot of fun using this team today. Just don't use it against Registeals, if that's at all possible. Earth Power might be nice on the Toedscruel to deal with that. You know, there's obviously things that you can change about the team to just help with all of that a little bit more. I was thinking like a Golden Go could make it on the team, and then you'd be able to avoid the body press, and you'd have a Shadow Ball to deal with it. Like there's some holes, but it's very fun to use. I hope that you enjoy using it. If you do, I hope you enjoyed seeing Flygon put in some work today. That's all I got for you. Again, Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's typically when I stream. Come by for one of those, and I'll see you tonight if you're watching this still and you are showing up day of. Thanks again for clicking on the video in the first place. Without any further ado, it's not what I say here. That's all I got for you. Until next time, that's what I say. My name is Berm. See you later.